Hey everyone, welcome to our capstone demo. Today we'll be sharing our food social media app TasteBuddy, and we'll be diving more into the background of the project and providing you some insight on our development process while capping things off with a live demonstration of the app. So more about us. We did some research and we found a market data research report conducted in the United States that revealed that 60% of college students consumed fast food 1 to 3 times a week, while 20% consumed it 4 or more times a week. In Canada, a similar study was done back in 2016, where it revealed 42% of households were regularly consuming fast food or prepackaged food items. It is clear with this data that there's an epidemic of takeout and prepackaged food item consumption, and this is seen every day with the rapid expansion of fast food chains and the constant advertisements of highly processed foods that are high in sugar, fat, and sodium content. But we should really be asking the question, why are we so impatient when it comes to cooking at home? And why are we equally as negligent of our health? Really, there are two main concerns that come to light. The first being, it is simple and convenient to go order takeout for the family or go to the nearest grocery store and purchase prepackaged items. Not only that, but it's delicious. And that brings us to our next issue, which is it is so difficult to find new recipes that taste just as good or even more than the fast food or prepackaged alternatives. Really, it's just an issue trying to find the right dietary preferences and restrictions among recipes. But we decided to take this topic a step further. We uncovered a global issue, a sustainability issue where research leads us to believe that a third of greenhouse gas emissions are due to our food systems, and this includes the transportation and manufacturing of these takeout and prepackaged food items. On top of that is detrimental to our environment using these highly processed ingredients such as palm and soy oils. And believe it or not, 50% of these prepackaged food items contain those ingredients. And these are common household ingredients or food items, such as chips, margarine, cake, frozen pizza, chocolate. So, what have we done to combat this issue? Our team has developed a solution, a food social media app called TasteBuddy, where we have 4 core purposes. First one being discover. We have implemented a smart search system that allows users to easily search for relevant recipes that they find appealing. The second is the creation of recipes. We have provided a platform for users to create new recipes to share their love of food, and without the noise found in other social media apps. Thirdly, we take particular pride in our recommendation engine. This is an AI solution that we have created in-house that allows users to find recipes that match their dietary preferences and restrictions and that they find appealing. Lastly is the sharing of posts. Our app allows users to connect with friends and families around the world to share appealing posts. Considering these 4 core purposes, we plan to use this to combat these issues of sustainability, of prepackaged and fast food items usage, and meeting dietary preferences and restrictions.
As for its benefits, here are a few that TasteBuddy offers. First of all, we're all about convenience. We're students with a tight schedule. We don't have the extensive hours to cook and search for recipes, and that's where TasteBuddy comes in with its easy and quick recipes that are catered to your specific needs. TasteBuddy is also not just a food app, it's a community. It allows you to connect with like-minded people, share your culinary passions, and get inspired as well as inspire others. Lastly, when you cook at home, you not only reduce your food waste, but you also reduce your carbon footprint from eliminating all those takeout orders and the carbon emissions from the processing to its delivery right to your doorstep. So you're also being environmentally friendly.
Hello, I'm Andrew, and I'm going to be talking about the tools and technologies we used in developing the app. So we use TypeScript for virtually everything from the front end to the back end. We use Expo and React Native to allow us to use one code base to work with both iOS and Android with only small operating system specific code. We use Node.js and Express for the back end. and we use MySQL for the primary database and Elasticsearch as a database optimized for searching recipes and posts. Finally, we containerize the application in Docker to allow for easier deployment. We had many constraints in developing the app. So the first one is mobile app users use a wide range of devices with differing screen sizes, resolutions, and aspect ratios. So to ensure a positive user experience, the app must be compatible with these variations. Secondly, handling secure user information is important in gaining trust and preventing future issues and breaches and leaks. Lastly, we must conform with the Apple App Store and Google Play Store policies to ensure the app can be downloaded easily. There are many other food apps available for mobile. Some general-purpose apps serve the same purposes as TasteBuddy, such as YouTube and TikTok, which allow for food content to be posted. Additionally, there exist many food-specific apps such as MyFitnessPal, Yumly, and Tastely. Although each of these apps compete with TasteBuddy in various segments, we have identified two competitive advantages TasteBuddy has that few or no other competitor currently has. The first is the social media aspect of the app. TasteBuddy is more than just a recipe app, it is a social media food app. Some competitors do post well, such as YouTube and TikTok, but they don't have well-formatted and standardized recipes. Others do recipes well, such as Yumly, but they do not have well-developed posts. The second competitive advantage is the recommendation engine and card swipe feature. Many food-specific apps will recommend you recipes, but they do so with long lists, and it's not very interesting. TasteBuddy incorporates a streamlined and interesting recommendation feature which allows cards to be swiped either left or right, whether you like it or not. We'll now be going through a demo of the application.
Hi, I'm Prab, and I'll take you through the beginning steps of using TasteBuddy. As you can see, this is the splash screen that the user will see when they first open the app. Since we're a new user, we're going to create a new account. So let's go sign up, and let's say we are demo. As I'm entering these fields are all checked for any validation and incompatible characters. Same as with the email. We're checking for a valid email to make sure it's good to be inserted into our database. So let's just make a password. We're usually looking at 10 characters for a strong password to meet with compliance standards. And as we sign up, we are also, on any login, we're also creating a JWT token so that whenever the user leaves the app and comes back in, they don't have to go to the login process again. I'll pass this off to Simon to talk more.
So now that we have created an account, let's just jump in and create a recipe. So we put the add button here, and we want to keep our current selection of images. And you can see that in the gallery page here, there are a bunch of images rendered from the gallery, and as you scroll down, more images will render. This gallery has a limited set of images, but with larger images, it will render more as you scroll down. So you can either create a post or recipe. So let's create a post and click next. You can also change the image from here. Let's select this image instead. Let's add a description. Something to add about the field is that there was an issue we faced was that between Android and iOS, when you click onto a field, Android would automatically lift the field up above the keyboard. However, iPhone did not do that. So this is something we need to resolve, and between styling issues, incompatibilities between styling issues for Android and iOS. And now let's add tags. Let's add breakfast. We can add more tags. And we can post. So you can see here, it's under your profile page, and you can click into it and see it. Now let's create a recipe. So let's select recipe here, click next. Let's change the picture because it's not really food. Select cake. We can call it cake. Add ingredients that you'd like. Flour, 1 cup. We can add sugar, 10 tablespoons maybe. And we can add more as we like to. Let's add instructions. So let's mix flour and sugar together. Oh wait, I misspelled it. We can edit it. save. And let's add another instruction, put it in oven. You can add a description, cook time, calories, servings, and tags. Now we can post it. And now when we search for it, so we search it up and we can find it here, both the hours. Here it is, and we can edit it. So let's add an ingredient. We can add butter, 1, and save the changes, and you can find the changes here.
Okay, so moving on, we'll move to the recommendation page. So this is the recommendation page that displays recommended recipes to users one at a time. Similar to popular dating apps like Tinder or Bumble, there's a swiping feature. So if you swipe to the right, that means that you're saving the recipe, versus if you swipe to the left, that means you reject it. There's also a button down here that says the full recipe in case you wanted to know more about what this recipe is like before you save or reject it. Additionally, we can move over to our saved folders just to see that this recipe that we just swiped right on is saved. To give a little more context about the way these recipes are generated, we use a combination of algorithms that use AI techniques, and there's a couple of reasons why we chose to do it this way. So one reason is that we chose to build our engine as a content-based filtering system so that users can have personalized recommendations, and we would only require information from the users themselves. Being as though new users would not have a profile that we could use the algorithm for, we wanted to have a good way to show good recipes when a new user joins the app. So that's why we have 2 algorithms that run. One to find personalized recommendations when the user has saved recipes, and another that is trained to find top-rated recipes. To give some more context on the personalized recommendation algorithm, it takes the tags associated with the recipes, and it uses techniques such as TF-IDF and cosine similarity to find top recipes from the database that are most similar to the ones that a user has saved.
The top-rated engine logic works by using matrix factorization concept to index recipes that multiple users have rated highly. Then after that, a tensor model is used to train on the set of the recipes and the calculations from the matrix factorization, and that is saved within the server. So whenever we're calling or requesting more recommendations from the page, the model is loaded, and then the best of the range of recipes we use for the bandwidth will be selected.
So moving on to the discovery page, we have all the recently posted posts where a user can click on any of them if they find them appealing. For example, we can click on this cake one, and it will display the post with the image and the description. Moving forward, we have the search functionality, where you can search a keyword term, such as chicken. And here you can see all the relevant recipes listed here, where you have the ability to sort. So originally, because this is implemented through Elasticsearch, the most relevant recipes are displayed, but we do have a functionality here to sort by calories, cook time, and servings, and they go from low to high. So maybe I want to find the lowest calorie meal. I'll click calories, and we have the crock pot chicken, which is 71 calories. Maybe we want to save some time. We will move on to the cook time, and we have chicken teriyaki, which only takes an hour. At the top right, you can click on the filter icon, and it will display a compilation of all the tags from posts and recipes. And here the user can browse them and choose the most appropriate one. So let's say we want to filter by high protein. Then we have 2 recipes that are tagged with the high protein tag. So if we want to search for a relevant post, we can search by the tag even, where we type in yummy, and we will find all the posts that relate to the yummy tag. Moving forward with the chicken recipes, we can select one of the recipes and it will take us to the page. As you can see here, it displays all the vital information that you have already inputted during the create recipe phase. And so we have the title, the tags, calories, What's interesting as we move down is we have an ingredients and instructions list where you can actually check off items that you've already added, or you can even check off instructions that you've already done. Moving further down, we have the review section where you can create a review. Let's say this is delicious, and we give it a 5-star rating. But before I post it, note that the average rating is 3 out of 5 stars. As I post this, it should update real time, which according to the algorithm, it's still a 3 out of 5 star recipe. But maybe we give it a bad review and we delete that one and we say this is a bad recipe. So when we post this, we can see the average rating drops to 2 out of 5.
And the last thing we want to show is your profile or account page. And this is really the central hub of everything about you. So it shows your posts as well as your saved recipes. So if you click on a post, you can see whatever you posted before. I posted it 23 minutes ago. And I can also delete it if I'd like. And it's not going to show on your post anymore. You can also go to saved recipes, and that's where all your saved recipes go in the all folder. But you can also add additional folders like lunch, dinner ideas, or anything that you'd like to categorize recipes into. So it's currently empty, but if I go to a recipe, and let's say I like this one, it looks pretty good, then I'm going to go save it into lunch, and that's going to reflect into my all folder as well as my lunch folder. And I can also unsave it if I'd like. You can also go to settings and do things like change your profile image, as well as change your bio. And that will be reflected on your profile page as well as all the other posts that you've created. And from the settings, you can also go to dietary preferences, and this is where you can put in any preferences or allergies that you have. So let's say I'm vegetarian and I have fish allergies. And once it's saved, it's going to be better reflected into your recommendations and all the other recipes that you find. And that concludes it for our demo. You can log out and go back to the welcome screen.